Customer Access Programme, like all of our objectives, is driven by one thing really, and that's improved public satisfaction.
Before, if you rang up as a customer, you could probably ring to report your missed bin and then ring somebody up who was maybe sitting next to them about something to do with parking, and you would have to give all your information again, which obviously wasn't very customer focused. The way that CRM works is that you only have to give your details once, and then they're held you know, across the services.
Although we deal with many complex issues and with many of the most vulnerable members of the community, probably 90% of our contact, our initial contact, is fairly routine. It doesn't go into detailed service issues. Often they're just asking for information.
Good afternoon, Bromley Customer Services. How can I help?
When does something open? When can they expect something? How do they go about it? And I think if we can deal with that sort of request quickly, efficiently, courteously, and in a way which makes people feel comfortable with the council, then that is what we're trying to achieve through this programme.
The contact centre has historically had to have staff who are trained on a variety of different back office systems in order that we can provide the service up front that we want to the public. So there are probably 5 or 6 different back office systems that the contact centre have had to deal with in the past. What we wanted to do by putting a CRM system in was to provide a single system that we could train those customer service specialists to be able to use, that would have all of the business rules and all of the links into the back office systems built in. By doing that, not only do we potentially provide a swifter and more efficient service to the customers up front, but within the contact centre it also means that what we can do is achieve more flexibility.
We designed the solution in collaboration with the business units from across the council. We had a core project team that worked very closely with the stakeholders, looked at the processes that were in place and redesigned those processes and built those into the new system. The system itself, from a technical point of view, fits very closely with our existing technical infrastructure, and the integration there was extremely tight.
One of the keynotes of what we've been trying to achieve throughout this project is about involvement. So when there were pieces of work going on in terms of looking at different CRM systems, what we did was we involved people at all sorts of different levels. So we involved some of the service managers, but we involved people from the contact centre so that we could get comments from as many different people as we could on what would actually work for them, because the important thing is that the CRM system works for us as an organisation at all levels.
At the very onset we chose a partner called Optivia to help with to shorten the implementation period by supplying a set number of templates to apply onto the CRM product itself. So it reduced the implementation period for us by probably about 40%.
The technical architecture of the solution is founded around Microsoft CRM. Microsoft CRM is a generic CRM application marketed by Microsoft and deployed really just like Microsoft Office. It looks, feels and operates like Microsoft Office. It's accessed through Outlook, through Internet Explorer. You can access it through Windows Mobile. In addition to Microsoft CRM, we've also provided the Optivia local government templates.
The templates are forms. That's exactly what they are. They're forms with some local authority business processes behind them. For example, you might have a form or a set of forms that's going to help you to deliver your abandoned vehicles, for example, or nuisance vehicles as it's called now. And it just means you don't have to start from ground zero trying to create the forms and trying to put the processes behind them.
We did spend quite a bit of time in workshops with Optivia, representatives from the service areas, the contact centre, the project team, and we would have the CRM system projected onto a screen and go through the process maps.
We've always had very strong relationships between the customer service center and waste services, but it's really improved through that development of the business templates and also that strong the strong message that you get with the CRM system about providing the right information, and all the information is always updated, and once we update it, it goes across the whole system. We don't rely on paper copies and things like that.
You can look at what a particular contact is doing across the council in 5 minutes, and I think this is the most exciting thing for the council, is the ability to generate accurate report for budgeting and strategic reviews, and more than anything else, to be able to actually be proactive in our planning process.
I've found in terms of dealing with customers directly, you're in a lot of better position to be able to give the correct information, have the information to hand. You don't have to scrabble around putting people on hold and asking advice from other areas, because I'm by no means an expert in all our service areas. So I found personally that it's enabled me to give a much more professional service, really.
Looking to the future, what we're trying to get is customers to be able to help themselves. In other words, having a 24/7 approach, but without having the offices open all that time.
With the CRM system, that allows us to continually evolve the templates that we use to handle calls. As our service changes, the CRM system can readily adapt to any of our needs, and that is good for business.
We were absolutely delighted with the ability to implement the new system in less than 4 months, and the whole project, including development, hardware, software, was done for under £200,000. And considering the last time we did this, both the costs and the timescales were an order of magnitude greater, we thought this was a major success.